Next we will discuss alloys. What are alloys, bache? A homogeneous mixtures of two or more than two metals or a metal and a non-metal is known as an alloy. Alloy is a homogeneous mixture of multiple metals or a metal and a non-metal, and those mixtures are made to prevent the corrosion. That mixtures are known as alloys. These alloys have certain characteristics. The first one is hardness. Alloys are more hard than their usual metals. For example, steel. Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon. 0.2 to 2% carbon is used to make steel. That composition varies, and that will make this iron article hard. The carbon is added to iron so that its hardness increased, and that alloy is known as steel. And we use the steel to make bridges, to make the utensils, to make various tools. Steel tools are present in various automobile industries and other industries as well. Next, the second is corrosion resistant. The alloys do not catch the corrosion easily, do not react with the oxygen or water present in the air easily, and thus they are corrosion resistant. Example, stainless steel. The alloy of iron with chromium and nickel. That alloy is known as a stainless steel, and stainless steel does not catch the rust easily. The corrosion of stainless steel doesn't occur easily. Next, low melting point. Alloys have low melting point as compared to their metals. That will they melt at low temperatures. For example, solder. Solder is an alloy of tin. The symbol of tin is Sn, and lead. The symbol of lead is Pb. 50% tin and 50% lead is mixed with each other to form an alloy that is known as solder. Its melting point is less than tin as well as less than lead, and this solder is used to join electric wiring, as well as this solder wire is used to join integrated circuits. The ICs, chips बोलते हैं बच्चे इनको, microchips to the motherboard. In the case of computers, in the case of laptops or the mobile phones, that solder wire is used, which is an alloy of tin and lead. Next, बच्चे, the alloys have high tensile strength. What do you mean by high tensile strength? That is, they do not break easily. They do not break easily into various parts, into various pieces. So their tensile strength is much higher than the pure metals. Again, example of it is again stainless steel. Stainless steel is much harder as compared to the pure iron. So these are the characteristics of alloys. That alloys are more hard, they have more tensile strength, they are corrosion resistant, as well as their melting point is low as compared to the pure metals. Next we will discuss some alloys, the example of alloys, their properties and their uses. So, for that we use a table which is the alloy, the components, or you can say the metals involved, properties, and in the last we'll discuss the uses. The first alloy which we have to discuss is brass. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. The symbol of copper is Cu and the symbol of zinc is Zn. In brass, bache, 90% copper is there and 10% zinc is there. That brass is highly malleable, that it can be converted into thin sheets by hammering. It is corrosion resistant. That term you can write in every alloy. Every alloy is corrosion resistant. The uses, the brass is used to make nut bolts, various industrial machine parts. We use brass. The second is bronze. You must have heard about the bronze metal. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc, and bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. 80% copper and 20% tin. That is used. What is the properties? The bronze is ductile, malleable, and corrosion resistant. It does not corrode easily. The uses of bronze, it is used to make medals, bronze medal in the Olympic Games or in the normal usual zonal games as well. Coins, the bronze coins were there in our ancestral history, as well as it is used to make utensils. Bartan banaye jate hain bachis. So these are the uses of bronze. Next alloy is dura aluminum. It is an alloy of aluminium 95%, copper 4%, manganese 0.5%, and magnesium 0.5%. That is the composition of dura-aluminum. What is the features of dura-aluminum? It has a shiny appearance, less corrosive, and has a high tensile strength. It is not soft as that of aluminium. Pure aluminium जितना soft नहीं होता, मजबूत होता है बच्चे, hard होता है, tensile strength ज़्यादा होती है, आसानी से break नहीं होता. This duralumin is used to make utensils. It is used to make automobile parts. गाड़ियों के पार्ट्स वगैरह बनाने के काम आता है. That is dura-aluminum. Next, we'll discuss amalgams. Alloys of mercury are known as amalgams. जब हम मरकरी का alloy बनाते हैं बच्चे, mercury is the only metal which is liquid at room temperature. Those alloys are known as amalgams. When sodium is added to mercury, that is known as sodium amalgam. When zinc is added to mercury, that is known as zinc amalgam. And zinc amalgam is used in filling of tooth. Whensoever tooth cavities occur, the zinc amalgam was filled. Nowadays, zinc amalgam is not used, as amalgam mercury is harmful for us. Nowadays, various resins or effectors are used, but in the previous 5 to 6 years ago, the tooth cavities were filled by amalgams. The zinc amalgam or silver amalgam was used. Next बचे the alloy of gold. Pure gold is 24 carat, but it is soft. It is breakable. It will break very easily. So what we do, we make an alloy. We'll create 22 karat gold. How? We'll take 22 parts of gold and add 2 parts of silver or copper in it. हमने फिर क्या किया बच्चे, गोल्ड को हार्ड बनाने के लिए 22 कैरेट गोल्ड बनाया, and that is used to make the jewelry. 24 karat gold cannot be used to make jewelry. Why? Because that gold is very soft. It will be break very easily. So the 22 karat gold alloy is made. How? The 22 parts of gold with 2 parts of silver. If you want to create a low quality gold that is 20 karat, then what you have to do? 20 parts of gold and 4 parts of silver or copper. On the parts basis, you have to complete the 24 parts. So, if you want to create 19 karat gold, that means 19 parts of gold and 5 parts of copper or silver is to be added to this. So, that is alloys, their examples along with their uses and properties.